Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Two Guys with Four Eyes, a podcast that takes you back in time to discuss the movies of yesteryear. I'm Robert Hollister, and with me always is Ben Palmer.
What's going on?
I don't know, you're looking at your paper.
I had to check out a little note that I wrote earlier.
Was it?
Don't worry about me.
Okay, I'm not. All right. Well, hey, what's up?
Well,
wait, we're not there yet. All right. Come along with us as we crack the code and sneak the snuck with 1992's Sneakers.
They found me. The government found me.
How you doing, Ben?
Man, you know what?
What's up?
I'm doing pretty fucking good considering we might get blasted by a hurricane.
It's true, Ben. We might.
This might be the last podcast we ever do.
You know, I was considering that earlier. Like, we should really try to rush this out because there's a hurricane. By the way, this is Thursday, and we're recording this, and there is a Category 5 hurricane heading our way.
No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. It'll be here sometime Sunday.
Yeah,
But
I think we'll either be fine or we won't.
Yeah, well, we're on the West Coast, and it looks like it's gonna be going up the East Coast. But it is a big. She's a big fucker, man.
She's a big one.
So if this is the last, could you imagine this being the last recorded? This could be this
is it.
This could be potentially
This is the end of us, dude.
evidence of our life.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then it's well worth it because we watched a great movie tonight.
Yeah, it was all right.
It's pretty good.
We could have watched way worse, so I'll take it.
We could have. I don't remember anything else that we could have watched, but I'm guessing we're gonna be standing and doing this.
There was some
next
Van Damme movie we could have done, where he's in like that ice ring.
No, sudden death. We
yeah.
we were just watching the trailer for that for fun.
Just for fun, for funsies.
Yeah, we just watched trailers of old Jean-Claude Van Damme movies because that's what we do.
Yep. Don't worry about us.
Yeah, but chances are we'll still be standing because hurricanes, right?
Exactly.
And we got this fallout shelter that we recorded anyway, so it's all good.
This thing it's proof of everything. I mean, waterproof, weatherproof, hurricane proof.
Probably not. All right. Well, enough.
Jesus.
That's the real news, right? By the way, that's going on is that there is a giant hurricane coming our way, but
we're still doing this. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but you know what? That's not the real important news.
It really isn't.
You know what the real important news is?
Tell me the first bit of real important news.
I'll tell you the first bit of real important news, and this has to do with what is wrong with that paper? You handle it like it's.
I don't want this sound.
Well, then don't.
That's the sound I'm trying to avoid. So I'm gently
caressing it. Well, you're handling it like it's made of nuclear waste. Exactly. You have to move it 2 inches a minute or whatever.
Jesus.
Look, we'll get to that later. But for now, we're going to talk about our old friend, Colin Trevorrow.
Oh, God.
Colin Trevorrow.
How he backed out of episode 9?
He has left episode 9.
What's he doing? What is he doing?
I don't know. He is, a mutual agreement over...
Was it mutual?
That's what they say. Between Lucasfilms and himself, they had differing visions.
When you say Lucasfilms, do you mean Disney films?
Well, I really mean Disney, but, it's... Because Disney is Disney is the father.
Yeah.
They're the giant umbrella, obviously, that controls everything that we consume.
Everything.
But, so Disney owns Lucasfilms, and Lucasfilms owns Colin Trevorrow, and they told him...
They used to.
Yeah, they used to, and they're like, you know what? We just see things differently. See you later.
Adios.
Now, but here's the thing. So he's left. He's gone. And this isn't the first time. I mean, just a few months ago, there was a shakeup also with the Han Solo flick.
Right.
When Phil Lord and Christopher Miller were taken out.
Right.
And I just think it's strange because both, all three of these directors, Trevorrow having done Jurassic World and the upcoming sequel, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Oh, my God.
Right. I mean, Jurassic World was pretty okay, I thought.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was okay.
It was a fun romp.
Yeah, but, he's been... I would say that he's on his way up. I mean, it was a good flick. And so, on his way up, and for them to cut him, it's strange. And also, for them to cut Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who had done the Jump Street movies, Lego Movie, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. It was.
They have a blemish in their record, but
did you see it?
Yeah, it's not good.
It was all right.
No, it's not good.
It was okay. But it's just they're cutting these people out, And it just seems, it seems strange. It made sense when they kicked Josh Trank to the side back in
Yeah.
2015 after Fantastic Four.
Ugh.
Because that was garbage. And he also was a dick on social media. So,
Right.
it made sense for them to distance themselves from him.
So how do you feel about? So with him being gone, do you think Ryan Johnson's taking 9?
That's like right now that's what it's potentially gonna happen, but I don't
Yeah.
want that to be the thing. I like the idea of having
Another guy.
different directors, which each of the but the crazy thing is, and I didn't realize this, and I don't know if you realize this or not because we haven't talked about it at all. But do you know who came in to take over for Phil Lord and Chris Miller on the Han Solo movie
I don't.
as director?
Tell me.
Are you ready for this?
I-
You couldn't guess.
Hold on. I don't even want to guess.
Ron Howard.
Ron Howard is doing
Yeah.
a solo movie?
Right, yeah.
The
like,
solo?
Yeah, like the Ron Howard.
Why?
I don't know. Isn't that crazy?
That's really crazy.
I didn't like because I had seen like a little like news blurb
Okay.
about how he was
What?
he was like teasing,
Is this confirmed?
yeah, he's doing it.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
I'm all right with that.
But it's weird though because it's not weird, but it's just one of those things where they're taking these projects from, the little guys
Yeah.
and giving them to
The biggest guys.
Ron Howard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like he's a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in Happy Days.
He's a big fucking deal.
I mean, his brother's even going to be in the goddamn movie.
Yeah.
Clint,
Howard.
that's his brother. But, it
No,
happens.
That's cool though. Well, my other thing was since we're already talking about Disney owning everything,
Right. Yeah.
they're pulling everything off Netflix
I never got to watch The Fox and the Hound.
because they want to start their own streaming service.
And,
Hey, folks, let's pay another $10 to $15 a month for something else.
right?
Like, come on, man. I'm already paying. I'm not paying for anything. I'm just kidding. Amazon, Hulu, Netflix,
Right. I have
HBO Go.
I pay for all those actually. So, yeah.
See, you're getting fucking nickel and dime, man.
Dude, I know it's crazy.
The
And
man's getting it down.
it sucks because, it's just like, it's kind of like it's the problems I have like the cable companies and stuff. It's like you got to pay all the money for all the all these channels that you don't watch or whatever, because if you
Right.
want to watch one fucking channel or one station or whatever network, what do they call them these days?
But
Network?
I don't think it's a network anymore.
I don't know. They call it a channel. So they
It's a station.
like if you were to ask a young person these days, like, hey, what channel is Preacher on? Would they even know what the fuck you're talking about?
Oh, I don't think so.
Remember back in the day when
Is
we
it
had,
it is network. It has to be.
yeah, station maybe.
Station. No. Station and channel. Both those are like outdated terms.
just like us.
Thanks
But,
for listening, guys.
Yeah, if we don't.
Welcome to our station. The Two Guys Four Eyes channel.
Station, huh?
Yep.
Hmm.
Anyway,
But-
yeah. What do you think about that though? You're gonna pay it?
I'm
You
not.
pay for all the things.
No, I'm not gonna pay for Disney streaming. Why would I do that?
Disney, Marvel.
No, I mean,
So when the Punisher comes out and it should be on Netflix.
No, that's not gonna be the case, is it?
Yeah,
Is that gonna be part of the
they're
deal?
pulling everything. That's what I read. Disney/Marvel. I even wrote it down. Pulling off Netflix.
You wrote it down. That doesn't make it true.
Well, I also read it on the internet. It's got to be true.
That's not all. That's potentially. Okay, well, I guess that would be an issue because I definitely do want to keep on with the Netflix series because anything as far as their
Yeah.
movies go. I mean, we just go to the theaters and see
Right.
them anyway. Or,
Well, the other thing, if they pull all their Marvel off Netflix, who's gonna pay for Netflix?
I mean, a lot of people still. I
For what?
I've paid for Netflix.
What else do you watch?
What do I watch on Netflix?
Yeah. What do you What is the last thing you watched on Netflix? That's not Defenders
Look.
because that's Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to look. I'm thinking in my head right now of like the recently watched stuff, and I'm not proud to say what it is.
You got that regrettable recently watched list, huh?
No, I've been watching Animaniacs. Okay, so
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
it's a really terrible show, man.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
I was thinking it was gonna be How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
No, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
I own that on DVD. I don't need to watch it on Netflix.
My God.
I know, dude. Come on. Well, who do we got in that movie? You got Kate Hudson, probably, And Matthew McConaughey, I
Yep.
think, right?
That was back rom-com McConaughey. It's
Rom
kind of hard to say.
Rom McConaughey. Damn it.
Yeah.
No, but I think that's kind of shitty, man, because it's just kind of another, like you said, it's just another bill.
It's another service.
It's another service that you subscribe to each
Yep.
month that you that comes out of your pocket when it could just be, condensed under
Exactly.
one super umbrella called
Which-
the cable company.
called Disney.
Oh God. Well, Disney's just kind of owner all anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I mean, if that's how I got to watch I guess it wouldn't be Netflix Marvel content, but if that's
Yep.
how I have to watch Daredevil and Punisher. But I can't imagine
Right? It's hard to
Punisher
imagine.
being on. It's like Disney streaming.
Yeah.
Instead of like Netflix, it'd be Disney's The Punisher.
You get the little like Mickey Mouse like
Yeah. Tinkerbell comes over
Yep.
and waves her wand over the fucking
the
castle.
Disney Castle.
The Disney castle. Is that
Fuck that Disney Castle.
Magic Kingdom? I don't know what it's called.
Speaking of Magic Kingdom,
Oh, so you remember we had talked a little while ago.
we sure did.
We talk pretty often, but a little while ago it was around the Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, when they had the panels, because I told you that Joss Whedon had come in to
Right. Clean up.
to do some work,
He's doing some maintenance on Justice
doing
League.
some work on Justice League, and at that point he was just kind of coming in like as more of like a consultant or whatever. But I meant to look it up earlier, but the actor that plays Cyborg, he stood up during the panel and he's like, oh yeah, it's great to have Joe's come in and fix these make it tighter
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever, kind of like backtracked when he's saying, well, it's come out now that Joss Whedon has an official screenplay like writing credit on Justice League.
Okay.
So he's got an official credit now.
So he's written enough pages that they had to credit him.
Right. So he's he's not only just coming in to like help out with some stuff after the fact,
Right.
but he's actually got a writing credit on the whole movie now.
So the real question is,
Mm.
which Joes are we getting?
I don't know what that means.
Age of Ultron Joes?
Oh, okay.
Or
Much Ado About Nothing, Joes.
yeah.
It's true. I hope it's Dr. Horrible's
Just
sing-along.
put us right where like Buffy the Vampire Slayer is.
What if it is just like a 2-hour episode of Buffy? Like somehow
I'd
they,
be all right with that.
they throw in all the characters. They change their names. No longer do we have, Wonder Woman and whatever. We just have, Buffy and the other characters. I don't even. Willow,
Angel
Spike,
Lee.
Giles, Seth Green. What was his character's name?
I don't know.
Oz.
Oh shit. Yeah, how do you remember that?
Moving on. But
Also on recently watched Netflix.
it's not. But it's cool though. Hey, on Joss Whedon, did you know that he wrote, and Disney for that matter, did you know that he wrote Toy Story?
Wait, the original Toy Story?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Well, he did.
Good for Joe's.
How about that?
That was a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty good. Do you have a smooth way to transition to another point of news, or should I just stumble on to the next bit that I have?
Stumble on.
Stumble away. I'm going to ask you. Okay, I got it. Hey.
That's so normal.
It's so good. So, you've seen Suicide Squad.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you like Jared Leto as the Joker?
I can't say I hated him as the Joker.
Mhm.
I just hated the character.
Right. Okay, so that's a no, I guess. Now, how would you feel about the Joker 3
Being
more
a-
times?
Yep. I have a big problem with that
Okay. Well, it's too bad.
because it's happened.
It's happening. We're going to get 2 more versions of Jared Leto's Joker in the DCEU through the Suicide Squad sequel and the Harley Quinn spinoff. And
Okay.
that's gonna be Jared Leto. But then there's another standalone Joker film that's
Oh,
in
good.
production.
Good.
Did you hear about this? Did you hear
Yeah,
about this? You
the
did?
one that's breaking their. It's just not. It's a standalone completely, right?
Yeah.
It's not part of the universe.
It's not. Yeah, it's not part of the universe, and it's gonna be an origin story of
Yeah.
the Joker. But it's just so crazy. Like it's the people that they have on board with it. Did you see that? Did you read that far? Am I telling you things for the first time? Did you hear about this?
This is it. This is the exclusive.
See, I'm not-
Two guys exclusive right
Well,
here.
it's not at all. But no, they got what's his name? The fella. So it's gonna be written by Scott Silver, who penned 8 Mile and The Fighter, with
Okay.
The Fighter. That was had Batman in it.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god! And also Todd Phillips, who did the Hangover trilogy and all that
Right.
shit. So they're gonna be penning the whole thing with Todd Phillips directing,
Okay.
and then Todd
This
Phillips.
is the origin one.
Yeah, this is the origin.
Okay.
And then Todd Phillips is going to be producing, but the main producer is going to be Martin Scorsese.
Okay.
So, what do you think about all that?
I guess it really depends on their choice of the Joker, though.
Mm-hmm.
It really does.
Well,
I mean, you got a good writing team,
right.
so as long as you have the backbone, then I guess as long as
Mhm.
you have a strong actor.
Yeah. Now, who would you like to see play the Joker in an origin film? Which I imagine, I would hope, if they're gonna do a Joker origin, it would be close to like the Killing Joke.
Right.
You know that story. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the only.
But you
That's
still want someone kind of young.
Mhm.
I don't know.
because if it's gonna be an origin, it's gonna have to trace his transformation from
Right.
whatever his from no name man to
Fuck
the-
it. Let's go Johnny Depp, baby. Captain
Mm.
Jack Sparrow.
I mean, he's got the range, obviously. I mean, you've seen him. Ooh, boy.
Man, that guy is range.
But I don't know, man. I don't want to go too young because then then it's like you got a bunch of kids and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the internet's full of rumors, obviously, and
Of course.
people trying to who could it be? And people are saying that old Leo D. Caprio.
People were talking Leo like before Suicide Squad even like he was rumored like way back then.
Yeah. I mean, he's always but I mean
But I feel like he's too old.
I don't think so, man. He's a young-looking buck, and I think
Yeah.
with his buddy old Marty, I mean, he's worked with Martin Scorsese not dozens, but like at least 3 times that I could think of.
At least a dozen. Yep. You
'Cause-
know what else makes me feel old?
What's that?
Every time we talk about James Bond, which we're about to do right now.
Oh, yes.
Have you heard about this?
No, you tried
Latest-
to tell me earlier, but I just shushed you.
It's the latest Bond news.
Yeah.
There's a bidding war for the next movie.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it's between everyone. But the
Like between companies or
like who's gonna actually like distribute and do the movie? So
it's always been MGM, right?
yeah, it's been Warner Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
No, my bad.
but yeah, apparently Sony, Universal, Apple, and Amazon all want to get a piece of this pie. So it's a bidding war, and apparently the Bond franchise is worth between $2 to $5 billion.
What?
And the reason a lot of people are trying to bid is because they feel like they're closed-minded and not having an expanded universe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they want to buy it out and then
And
expand
do
it on.
spin-offs and do all kinds of a show about Q, or whoever, like, but that's pretty much
Jaws,
so pretty much everyone's saying like
oddball.
you don't just have to have the James Bond movie,
Mm-hmm.
you can have all these other things.
Right.
And,
You could have a movie just on like the MI6.
Yeah.
and-
Just his car.
His-
Literally just his car sitting there.
you
You could have a whole show about that.
You could. I mean, and, there are, what about the other agents, in the agency? What about 006 and 009? But not 008, though. Because that was Sean Bean.
I thought he was 6.
Who cares?
Sean Bean was 6, actually. I remember our GoldenEye episode.
Look, that was a year ago, okay? Or 2 weeks ago, if you're listening. But no, and I'm pretty sure it was MGM United Artists that used to, because they they distributed the GoldenEye movie.
Huh, I guess. But what I read was
I mean, that was like
Warner Brothers
20 years ago,
is
so.
doing it now,
Yeah,
apparently. But
yeah.
who gives a shit?
Whatever.
$2 to $5 billion
That's a lot.
for a Bond franchise, folks.
But it does make sense though, because like you're saying, that's a very like untapped universe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like I'd like to get it and just tap that universe.
I just want to tap.
just rip it open and just drink it. Because I mean, there's so much.
Exactly.
The cup overfloweth with stories and ideas that James Bond could be not a part of.
Yeah.
Which everyone's excited to see, right? Watch M do her thing. Yeah. No.
Watch British politics.
That's stupid. I mean, like, yeah, it's like I get it. Like, there's a whole universe that could be explored, but at the same
Right.
time, you're not watching James Bond for like the shit that goes on in the background. You're watching James Bond for James fucking Bond.
Yeah, you're like, what's up, brother?
The movies aren't titled, MI6 and M and Q do things with James Bond also.
Another goofy adventure with the MI squad.
Yeah. It's whatever. So, I mean, yeah, great. If they want to fight over that to expand on the universe, that's fine. I'm not going to watch it probably. I'm just going to watch the James Bond movies because that's what I care about.
There you go.
And I hardly even care about James Bond. But an adventurer that I do care about, who will be getting back in the big screen in the year 2020. Are you ready for this? It's Indiana Jones.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing a little bit about this.
Yeah, you did, probably, because you have ears and you listen to things
And
sometimes.
Harrison Ford's is not dead yet.
And Harrison Ford's not dead, and he's going to be Indiana Jones. But you know who's not going to be back?
Shia LaBeouf.
Nope.
Mr. Little Shia LaBeouf.
Nope. Mutt Williams has confirmed that... Mutt Williams has confirmed. The fictional character confirmed this. It's been confirmed that Mutt Williams, Shia LaBeouf's character, will not come back for the 5th movie.
Oh, no.
I know. So sad.
He's not going to swing on vines?
With animated monkey. He's not, man. He's not.
Well,
It's
we'll have to make do without him, I think.
I guess so. And it's going to be okay because Indiana Jones, Disney wants to take the franchise further after the 5th movie.
Sure. They should have the guy playing young Han Solo be his son in the movie.
They should. They should.
Whatever that guy's name is. I don't care.
I was trying to think of it, but I couldn't. But yeah, they want to go forward after this as a continuum or reboot. And Disney CEO Bob Iger, had this to say. This is a quote. "It's not really a reboot. It's a boot. A reboot.
What?
I don't know."
Is he Canadian?
That's just what he said, man. He might be Canadian. I don't know. What's Iger? Eager.
It sounds Canadian.
It sounds, yeah, dirty Canuck right
Hey.
there. Hey, what?
Stand on your side of the wall, brother.
There's no wall.
Not yet.
What if that was? What if we should?
You know what?
It was,
I'm cool with Mexico.
yeah.
Let's wall out those Canadians.
What if like whoops, flips it around us? Trump this whole time is like, we're gonna build a wall, and he just builds it in the north. He hates Canadians. So we just watched. There's a couple trailers that came out recently, and we watched a couple of them before doing this.
We watched a few trailers.
Yeah, a couple of them. You want to talk about some?
Snowman.
You want to talk about Snowman?
I mean, there's not much to talk about other than that it looks creepy as fuck.
That's what I wrote down.
It looks so good.
Yeah, it does. It looks pretty good. It's maybe it's because of the snow, man.
Just something about snow, man.
Yeah, man.
And
No,
Michael Fassbender, he's a creepy fellow.
You know, it looks like it's gonna be like a good Fassbender, like performance, which I feel like we haven't gotten in a while. Fuck you, Fassbender. Just gonna call out all the actors. We got Jason Statham after us now. We got Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
We're gonna call you all out. You're gonna come kick our asses in this fallout shelter. God damn it. And then let's see. We watched the trailer for this film, this flick, The Blade of the Immortal.
Oh my god.
It looks pretty badass.
It looked really badass.
Like, you know,
There's nothing better than like real life anime. Like,
yeah, right. Like I said, it looks like Dynasty Warriors at some points. Look, we watched another trailer. We're not gonna get into it, but it looks all right. We're not gonna even say anything about it, but it looked okay, right?
That was another trailer, and it was all right.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
You know, because you know what we're doing. We're sneaking around the subject.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn the page sneakily. So we watched Sneakers tonight, man.
Yeah.
Which-
Movie I've never heard of or seen.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just start off by, I'm gonna run through the cast real quick,
Let's do it.
and then we'll go quick
And
synopsis. And
As you say this cast, I just want to remind everyone this is a movie no one's ever heard of.
then,
With this star-studded 90s cast. It's really crazy that no one's heard of this movie or seen it.
I'm sure people
Some people saw
did
this.
see it.
I didn't see this.
So
Star-studded cast.
right, so we've got Robert Redford as the main character, Marty Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got old Sidney Poitier as Donald Crease, Dan Aykroyd as Mother, River Phoenix, Carl,
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Then the guy who played Whistler, David Stratham, I can't pronounce his name,
Right.
but
He's been in a lot of stuff.
yeah, I've seen him. He's been around, man, and he was. I mean, all these guys, they're all great at their roles, I thought.
Yeah, sure.
And then we got Ben Kingsley. He's the Cosmo.
Yep. The villain.
Mm-hmm. And Mary McDonnell as Liz, the interest of
Yep.
love. And then we got like smaller characters, like Donald Logue. He plays a small bit as
Right.
the mathematician, Dr. Gunter Jenick, and then Timothy Busfield and Eddie Jones. They play the two thugs that work for the NSA.
The quote unquote NSA.
Right, and I know Timothy Busfield, whatever. He's from. I recognize he's been in a bunch of shit, but I recognize him mostly from West Wing. He's a reporter on that. So, which is a really
I don't watch that show, but
it's pretty okay.
he's done other things in his career.
He's done things, yeah. But man, like what a crazy. Oh, and then James Earl Jones, he shows up at the end,
Weird.
which you know.
He's not even like on the fucking main, like as the cast is rolling, you don't even see him.
No, I didn't notice it. No.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Very good. But do you want to do a quick? Do you want to run down this flick real quick? It's pretty flick real quick.
But yeah, pretty much the movie is so Robert Redford, Marty Bishop,
Mm-hmm.
him and his buddy. So yeah, him and his buddy Cosmo, they're like hackers in like the late '60s,
Yeah,
like '69.
1969, yeah.
Yeah, and they're transferring funds from like the Nixon campaign, and they're just they're Robin Hoods,
Mm-hmm.
and they feel good about it. And Cosmo gets arrested. Robert Redford runs away.
Right.
Flashback.
Mm-hmm.
Cut to present time, 1992. I'm gonna assume that the film was made in '92. I assume.
That must be. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's always
So,
weird. It's always weird to me when they do like a time card for like one era, but then they don't for the next because
Yeah.
unless you know when the movie came out, then it's kind of like oh, this is 2017. That's crazy.
Present time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, he runs a crew with the actors we listed,
Yep.
and they break securities. They break security systems for like banks and whatnot
Right.
to show vulnerabilities,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets paid for it, and that's what he does. And he gets approached by a couple of NSA agents,
Mm-hmm.
and they tell him they have a job for him because they know his true identity, which I don't remember what his actual name was.
It was Martin Bryce.
Yeah. Clever name change there, Martin Bishop.
But it's I thought about that too because it's it's very similar. But then it's like, it's kind of like hiding in plain sight. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like if you change his name to like Carl Winslow or something like that, people are gonna start to turn their heads
Yeah.
because they're like, that's the guy from Family Matters.
Wait a minute. You're not Carl. So anyway, they tell him that there's this mathematician who has got this box,
Mhm.
and they want it.
Yeah,
And if he retrieves it, they'll clear his past records
Mhm.
of hacking and
Right.
whatnot, and they'll. Which is really stupid.
yeah, and then they'll clear his pass and they give him $175,000, so him and his
Yep.
team can split that up.
Money incentive.
Yeah, so
Yeah. So he convinces the team to do the job.
mm-hmm.
They go. They get the box. They get a cool heist scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that cool, but
It's not really that cool.
yeah, they get the box, and then they find out that this box is actually like the ultimate code breaker,
Mm-hmm.
and they can hack into any system in the
Any
United States.
yeah, any system.
Which is really weird.
Yeah.
But sure, 90s hacking movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, yeah, this thing does this. But
yeah.
so
Move this wire.
yeah,
It's
so then
dumb.
he finds out those NSA agents aren't actually agents.
Nope.
They're working for dun 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 his old buddy Cosmo.
Yes, and he had mentioned that Cosmo had died in prison.
Yep.
Previously, but it turns out that.
Turns out he's not dead. He turned into Ben Kingsley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good on him, man. Because he looked like
Good transformation.
Yeah, he looked like Kevin Pollak when he was younger.
Yeah,
and then-
right. Looked like a big dickhead.
Just like you, Kevin.
So Kingsley gets the box,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get your final heist of them trying to get the box back,
Right. So they can clear their names.
so they can still clear his name.
Yeah, pretty much.
Only
yeah.
this time without the money,
Yeah, they don't get any
because that money was never
Never.
actually on the table.
Yeah, it was really just a gun in a briefcase.
And that's it. They get the box back, and then they give it to the actual NSA.
Yep.
In turn for a bunch of favors. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the movie.
Yeah, a
Snickers.
bunch of nice, sexy favors. No, I think this movie did a lot of things right.
Yeah.
I think it did. Like the
It was very it's just very cliche in almost every single way.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but I guess when I say they did a lot of things right, what I mean to say is that the actors themselves did a lot of things right.
Okay.
Like Dan Aykroyd, for example, his portrayal of like the, you know, conspiracy theorist,
Right.
guy, like he sold it, man.
Yeah.
He was great, and like, all the different characters, like in their different like things, you got River Phoenix as like the young kid, but
Yeah.
like he knows what he's doing, but he's still, you can tell he's still a kid. Robert Redford was amazing. Sidney Poitier, really great.
Yeah.
Like they all pulled their weight and they all put on really great performances. Some scenes were a little shaky, but that was
Yeah.
because of the writing mostly,
Yeah.
not
for
because
sure.
like because of what they were
Well, I
dealt.
mean, yeah, it's like it's a caper, it's a heist flick,
Right.
but it's filmed in 1992. So you're limited by technology,
Mhm.
A, and B, like ideas that you're not playing off of from older heist movies.
Yeah.
Which, if you watch, like a lot of this movie reminded me of like Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
But I feel like Ocean's 11, like obviously took a lot from the original,
Mhm.
but it was able to pull things from movies like this, like,
Yeah.
and all your early like 90s things, and they were able to take the best of all these type of movies
Mhm.
and make a much better film. But
Right. But I mean, but so you're saying that it's because of the time is why it was hindered.
right,
So you think if we were watching this like fresh,
if they were to reboot this movie right now, I
Yeah.
think it would be much better
They
because the actual plot's not bad.
it's not a bad plot. It's actually it's pretty decent, and like a lot of like when they're actually doing like the heist stuff,
Yeah.
for the most part, like when they're like the heist, their first heist before we realized that they were just
When they're robbing a bank, but
Right.
really they're not robbing a bank.
yeah, but I mean, well
Right.
they are, but they give it back.
Yeah, they're
So it's
giving
like-
the money back.
It's like they're fishing for sport.
Yeah.
Robbing for sport. Can that be a thing? But
Sure.
I thought it was really good, like the way it was done. And then even like all the sneaky surveillance stuff that they do, and the how they get into Cosmo's facility like towards the end to get the
Right.
box. Like
Yeah.
how Carl River Phoenix, he goes in as the gardener
Right.
and then sneaks up, and then they have a decoy Dan Aykroyd outside, and the guy's like, oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
there's a lot of things done well. The scene after they get the box from the mathematician, when they have that heist, which isn't so great,
Yeah.
they're having that celebration party, and when they realize what the box is, I thought that was a really cool scene.
Yeah, it was an interesting scene. I
I mean,
kind of liked it and I kind of didn't. Like, all right, so in this scene,
Mhm.
they're celebrating to get this box, and Whistler, the blind guy in the group,
yes.
he is starting to realize what this box does,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's like working on computer and he's figuring it out. Simultaneously, Robert Redford is playing Scrabble with his buds,
Mm-hmm.
and suddenly is like, I need to decipher
Yeah.
what these NSA guys meant when they said,
C-Tech astronomy.
yeah, because why did they say that?
I thought it was written on the box. It was written on the box. Yeah, it was.
Why would that be written on the box?
I don't know, man.
So
It just
that was a problem I had with that. I really liked Whistler doing all the blind hacking into the box stuff. That was
Yeah.
kind of cool.
sounds like me on a first date.
But yeah, the weird like Scrabble, him like word ciphering thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't too stoked. And then
They get the goofy little jokes, because then him and cause that's when Liz's character, she comes
Yeah.
in and she's helping him, and they're making the silly words.
yeah, and then they eventually just get it to say too many secrets.
Right.
But it's like, why would that be written on the box? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
For the good scenes, then the things that made the movie bad, like what really took away from the scenes that could have been really great were those things like that, like the
Right.
like the Scrabble stuff,
Yeah.
and whatnot, like trying to like shoehorn in some like really like fluffy fun humor, where
Right.
I feel like it would have done better if it was just like more of a straight like
Keep it more serious.
yeah, like if it was like
Yeah.
a straight like hacker spy, like
Yeah.
espionage like type, like whatever movie, like darken it up a little bit, because
Yeah.
because it felt like for every time we had like a dark scene, it was directly followed by a really light scene.
Oh, of course.
And even if it was like within the same scene,
Yep.
take like the confrontation, like the end confrontation after Marty goes into Cosmo's facility. Should we talk about how he has to walk? We'll get to that. That's gonna be cracked. That's gonna be, yeah. But
That's so stupid.
But when he gets the box, and then Cosmo's like, "Look, I'm not gonna kill you. I can't kill you.
Because we're buds.
We're my best friend. Oh, but these guys can."
Yeah.
And it's like,
And then he just walks away.
it just walks away, and But then up on the rooftop, he's like, he's pleading. He's like, "You can't leave me.
Yeah.
Don't leave me." But he's got a gun to his head.
Yep.
It's like, how am I supposed to feel?
Yeah.
I didn't get it. Like, am I supposed to feel like I didn't feel like his character was in any I didn't feel like Robert
He
Redford.
never was in danger.
No,
whatsoever.
because the guy is like literally saying like, he's like crying to him while he's got a gun to him. He's like, "I can't kill you. I won't shoot you.
Yeah.
Please don't leave." And it's like, why even have the gun, man?
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know.
I wanted to bring up the crew's incentive to do the job.
The
And the incentive was $175,000.
right.
This is split between 5 people.
So
And I know it's 92,
Mhm.
so that's a lot more money,
Right.
but that's only $35,000 a person.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that much money. Even in 92. That's like a year's salary if you have a really good job.
Dude, did you see how much work they had to do to get the box?
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have to do anything.
But they didn't know that. They had the threat of being killed.
Oh yeah.
Remember,
okay.
it was the whole him being like, "I need you guys to help me,
Mhm.
otherwise I'm gonna go to jail." Also, we're gonna split 175K, and all of them were like, "Whoa, like that's so much money."
Right.
So are we just supposed to assume these guys are just broke?
Mm.
Guys who could break into any bank anywhere
That was a thing too.
and
Like,
do all these crimes and capers?
yeah. And
They have no money. They can't. 35K is like, I'll risk my entire life and everything I know for that.
I mean, wouldn't you?
No. Even what? No.
I'm not even saying anything. I feel like you're just doubting yourself.
Stop looking at me. What? All right,
What?
I'll do it. You got me.
Easy.
35K? Hell yeah.
Yeah, in the bag, baby. Is there?
How'd you feel about? All right, and I brought this up earlier, like
Mhm.
using like the classic, like tropes,
Okay.
which like I said, like Ocean's 11.
Mm-hmm.
It just kept reminding me of that. So you get like all these things as you're doing a heist,
Right.
and it's cool things you see in movies.
Mm-hmm.
And so, for example, there was a scene when he first got into the hotel to get the box, and he had the birthday cake and the balloons.
Oh yeah. Actually, you know what? We'll step back just a hair on that. When he shows up and you have River Phoenix's character Carl,
Trying to,
and he's arguing with the.
he's the delivery driver or delivery guy.
Yeah, he's supposed to be. He's dropping off some Drano or something like that.
Yeah, like
and he.
pallet of
yeah.
Drano.
And so he's arguing with the front desk man, and which creates the diversion for
Robert Redford to come in with the cake.
Well, he comes in and he says, he's like, "Has my wife shown up with a cake? We're having a party for Mary or whatever
On the second floor."
On the second floor." And he's like, "What?" And he's arguing with River Phoenix, and then
Yep.
the car honks, and he goes out and gets the cake and balloons, and so the guy just,
Buzzes him in.
well, he yells at him, which is good because he's like, "Hey, I can't get his hands are full." He's like, "I can't get my key card to get up."
Yeah.
Can you buzz me through? Hey, can you buzz me the fuck through or whatever? And then
Yeah.
the guy's like, buzzes him through to argue with
Yeah.
River Phoenix. I thought it was good.
Yeah, which is classic heist trope.
Right, yeah.
The diversion.
Mhm.
The other guy gets through. But then I was also disappointed because he had the balloons, and I was like, those are definitely going in front of that surveillance camera.
Mm-hmm.
It was a misstep. They could have done it.
They could have. It could have been just like a, because he did just set him down.
Yeah, they just floated. Well, he set him up. He just dropped, or he just let him go, and they like, jeez, he didn't drop anything.
Well, how do you drop balloons, man?
Jesus.
It's crazy to say that you let balloons go, but like, it's like if I were to drop anything right now, just drop this pen. I'm just letting it go.
Yeah. Balloons, though.
I'm not gonna say drop anymore.
Like, do you say drop balloons?
No, you let them go.
All right.
But I'm just not gonna say drop for anything anymore. Like, because I feel like it's like, oh man, I dropped my pizza. Nah, man, I let my pizza go.
Dang, don't talk about the pizzas.
Yeah,
I know it's in the other room right now.
it's in the other house right now.
The pizza.
Other house, because I have 5 houses.
Yeah,
But yeah, that was a missed opportunity to do something cool like that. You know, you're right. I would have liked to see that.
just for a little more sneaky shit.
Mhm.
But how'd you feel about? So then after that, he gets over and there's like a keypad on the hotel room door.
Yeah.
So he's talking in his earpiece. He's like, I gotta get through this keypad.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the cool scene where he's just like, okay, and you can't hear the other side. And then he just kicks the door in.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah,
I thought
that was really good.
I thought it was pretty good.
I feel like you don't see much of that
Mhm.
actually.
But Robert Redford, man, he was so good in this. Like I thought,
Yeah.
at least, like, because then the following scene when he goes into the office to grab the box, and then he's confronted with Gunther's lover,
His mistress.
his mistress. Well, just lover, I guess, not really mistress. Yeah.
Well, this is his side piece, regardless.
Well, whatever it is. Yeah. So he that whole scene, because he's trying to talk his way out of, because she walks in on him like stealing the box, and so he's trying to talk his way out of it. So he's using his buddies in the van or whatever to feed him information,
Right.
and it's a lot of like him making faces. It's like like stalling, you know, and
because
like-
they're trying to tell him names and tell him things that she, like who let you in here?
Yeah.
And he's like, who did let me in here?
yeah.
Meanwhile, they're stumbling around trying to figure out names and things like that.
Yeah,
that was a good scene.
Try to make up some story for him, and then there's like that stupid. I guess that was the sexual reference, right?
Yeah,
Yep, there it was. We're not gonna say it because that'd be too much of a spoiler. But by the way,
it's a whole spoiler podcast.
this is a spoiler podcast, and we never mentioned that, but that's okay. One day I might remember to do that at the top of the hour. But I won't. I'm just gonna drop this pen.
Yep.
Fuck, let it go. I'm gonna put it down here.
Yeah,
I
you
keep
said
fucking-
dropped
I
already.
keep fucking with it. But no, this is one of those hard ones to talk about because it's. I mean, for me at least, I didn't think there was too much to really complain about.
Yeah, it was a fun 90s fucking crime caper, baby.
Yeah, as you can only say it's bad because of the time for the most part.
Yeah.
You know,
You can
and
blame the time the movie was made.
right, and the thing that we try to do on this show is we kind of watch a movie and then pick it apart, and because it's pretty bad for the most part. But this actually has a lot of good going for it. But there are some bad things about it.
There sure are. And that will take us right into our next segment of this podcast. A segment we hold near and dear to our hearts.
And what's that segment called, Ben?
It's a segment we like to call Cracks the Can. It's time to gripe about this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
You know what? Yeah, I'll start with something, I guess. So when we meet Mary McDonald, whatever her fucking character. When we meet the character Liz,
Liz.
when she's introduced and Marty goes in to see her, immediately the first thing she says is, "We're not getting back together."
Yeah.
And then
She just keeps repeating it.
yeah,
Is that what you're?
yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna say yeah.
I wrote it down.
Okay, yeah.
And I was like, what is she, Taylor Swift? Like,
it's like immediately she's like we're not gonna get back together, and it's like all right, and then they talk a little bit longer in that scene, and then she repeats again, we're not getting back together,
yeah.
and it's like okay, I got it, and then
She tells someone else.
right, exactly.
He's like, oh, it's so good to see you guys together again.
it makes my
And-
heart jump for joy or whatever.
Yeah, and she's like, we are never, ever, ever.
oh, that's is T Swift? Where'd you come from? What happened to
No,
be?
yeah, I had a huge problem with that too.
Yeah.
I felt like the writing for her character was really like lackluster.
Right.
Because her character also didn't do much.
She was like the only female character in this movie besides what's his face is Jenik, whatever, his love interest, his mistress, as we
Right,
called
yeah.
it a minute ago. She was the only female character in this. I mean, even like after they're celebrating from when they get the box,
Yep.
they're all just dancing with her. They're taking the turns just dancing
Yeah.
with her, which is strange. But
It was a
it
really strange scene, actually.
was really strange. They really decorated that place up too, didn't they?
There's balloons and like banners and shit everywhere.
And why did Sidney Poitier's character, Donald Crease. Why did he why did he bring his like entire family to the party? He brought his wife and his daughter. It's like, hey, we just did some illegal shit. Stole from some guy.
Come party.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dancing, by the way.
I see. Yeah, you got good moves while staying on the mic.
Yeah, thanks. No problems. Because my head doesn't even move while I dance. Because I'm a white guy. What do you got?
The music. Goddamn music.
You know, it's funny. I had the music as a plus at first, but then as it just went on, it just got really.
It was so bad. What's the guy's name?
James Horner.
Yeah.
Which James Horner? I mean, he's
done a lot of things.
he did fucking. He's still doing things after he's dead, somehow. But yeah, no, James Horner. He's done a lot of stuff in Hollywood. He did Avatar. He did probably Field of Dreams.
I feel like this movie was a contractual like obligation for him. The music was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
It pulled me out of so many scenes that were like kind of good scenes and decent scenes, and you just get this shitty piano, just dun 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 dun. Like like the final heist when it's stressful.
Yeah.
And you just get this weird piano thing going on, and I was like, what is this music?
It's like the music overcompensated all the time.
Yeah.
Like in like a really intense scene, the music was too intense.
Over the top.
And
Like
then
way over the top.
And then during like a light-hearted scene, it was too like fluttery and like whimsical, like even, like it was too hard one way or the other, It just he couldn't meet his middle ground and just be normal fucking music.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of one of those really intense, shitty parts, I imagine that brings your next point. For a bad scene, it made the scene even worse.
Yeah. So okay. So, when if you've seen this movie, you're probably following this a little bit better than we're explaining it. But that's okay, because maybe our voices are just
they're just magical,
soothing for you. And
there's something.
Yeah. But so in order to get into Cosmo's facility,
ultra secret hidden layer.
Yeah,
which is a toy store.
It's a toy. It's a toy factory. It's not a toy store.
Yeah, it is a factory.
It's a difference. Actually, it's not even a factory.
Yeah, there's nothing factory-esque about it.
This is a whole building that just makes toys. Whatever, who cares?
There are no toys anyway.
You had that dog that played dead.
Okay.
But no, so in order to get like through Cosmo's office, Martin has to. There's like intense motion sensors that can. They're not just motion sensors. They sense motion, heat, sound, everything.
Yep, all of it, all in one.
Yeah, so
big sensors.
Yeah, so he gets in, but so they have to go. So Carl has to go in, and he goes in first. And like I mentioned earlier, he goes in, and he has to like change the the temperature of the office to match 98.6 degrees.
Yep.
Humans' temperature usually blah blah blah, and so that's fine. Whatever, you got to make it hotter.
Yeah, which also those sensors didn't detect that the whole room is hotter.
I guess it was a gradual thing.
Sure. Yeah. No, I'll give them that. All right.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of go with it.
So they make the whole room. Body temp.
Body temp. So all he has to do is just walk in the room, grab the box, walk out. But the thing is, because of the sensors, the motion sensors, he has to move at no faster than 2 inches per second.
Yep. Whatever that equates to, which is him slow walking.
Like, so slow. So he's walking so slow across this room. And there's a shot of him where it cuts to the guys in the van or whatever. Then it cuts back to him walking across the room. And he's fucking walking like a goddamn snail. Mm-hmm. And there's this music, dun 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 dun. And it's like, that music doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not necessary.
Yeah, there's nothing happening.
It's like the most intense fucking like music for like the most dramatic, intense scene. And this guy is just snail crawling like across the fucking floor.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's not crawling, he's walking. Right. But which I mentioned when we were watching it too. I thought to myself like, well, definitely there's going to be some problem with him in the hot room walking so slow, because he's going to be in there for quite some time.
Yep.
That he's going to start to build up some sweat, which he didn't at all.
He didn't sweat whatsoever.
If I was in a room that was 98.6 degrees,
my God,
my balls would be on the ground. You know what I mean?
Don't put.
But yet he has no.
Don't put me in a 100-degree room.
Yeah, I thought there was gonna be some like Mission Impossible shit where he's gonna have to catch his like own like fucking like sweat drops, but then his sweat drops would like fall faster than 2 seconds.
But apparently the
A
sensors
minute.
weren't that good in '92 because there was a fish tank.
Yep.
And fish are just swimming all around. Motion sensor free.
Martin is forced to move at 2 inches per minute, but the fish in the office can just bolt it, is what I said.
Bolt it. I like that.
Bolt it. Yeah, so it was pretty gnarly,
Yeah,
man.
that whole scene sucked.
Yeah. Whistler.
Yep.
Whistler and his amazing powers.
I didn't know he was Daredevil.
Dude,
I had no idea he was Daredevil. He could drive cars.
he could drive.
Blind?
Well, yeah. Well, no, I was amazed when he was able to compose the sound
Of the road
of the road.
on a keyboard.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So that was pretty crazy. But no,
They have a superhero on their team.
because there's a scene in the movie when Martin he after they retrieve the box originally and they bring it to the NSA, which by the way,
It's just two random guys.
two guys that work for
Yeah,
this
we
guy
already-
Cosmo.
we already said that.
Yeah. But like, so he goes back to like try to like find out where the box is. Ends up like getting like in some kind of thing where he
Cosmo captures it.
Cosmo gets him. He whatever, but he's in the back of his car, and they're trying to figure out like how to get to Cosmo because I was in a trunk of a car,
I had no idea.
and that's where Whistler comes in. He's like, well,
What did the road sound like?
did you go over any bridges? And they're all like, whoa, this bridge was closed, or that bridge, there's no tunnel. And then he's like, did it sound like this? And then he pulls up on
Starts playing it on a keyboard.
a keyboard somehow. Which what?
Why does he have those road sounds just mapped on a keyboard?
Did he make them himself?
I don't know, man.
Do you think he goes around and just records roads
I mean, that's probably how he drove the car at the end too.
and didn't die because he crashed directly into the building?
Right into a wall.
Well, it's my belief that Whistler is
He's Daredevil.
he's Daredevil. You're right.
Yeah.
Do you think he grows up? Or maybe he'd be Stick. I guess
He's Stick.
he kind of looks. He looks like he grows up to become Stick, right?
Fast forward.
Stick. All right. That's gonna wrap it.
Yep. What do
that.
you say? Do or don't?
I say do. I say
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
I mean, it's a good little gem from the early '90s. Something that I'm glad to have
Yeah.
watched.
Yeah, and like I said, it was weird. I've never even heard of this movie.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. It's got a 7.1 on IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
4 out of 5 stars.
Right. And I mean, like,
Pretty good.
yeah. And the cast has got good credentials. The
Yeah, you got Dan Aykroyd riding right off Ghostbusters.
mm-hmm.
Even though he's not really in the movie that much. He's kind of like a side character. But
Well,
Robert Redford, early 90s, fucking solid, man.
Robert Redford's a great man.
Yeah.
You know what's I want to mention this because I can't help but think like when I watch like movies and I see like actors that have been like in Marvel movies, when Ben Kingsley and Robert Redford are sitting there talking, and I'm like, hey, look,
Yep.
it's them.
But Marvel has taken every actor in Hollywood. So-
True, they got them all now, even Michelle Pfeiffer. But yeah, no. So I give it a do. It's good. What do
Yeah.
you?
I give it to do. Also,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish it wasn't as long, but
Yeah, it was kind of long.
it had some really dragging parts. But yeah, definitely give it a do. Mainly because I fucking love heist movies.
Mm-hmm. It was decent. It was decent.
So there it is.
There's that. All right. So look, this is Two Dicks Picks, where we give you the picks of our dicks. Wait, no, our picks.
Oh no! Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, follow Ben on Instagram. It's Ben's dick
At Instagram.
at Instagram. Yeah, we can give away all of our stuff.
Yep.
No,
this is Two Dicks Picks, where we're two dicks, and we're just gonna give you some of our picks of the week.
Yep, we give you our picks whether you like it or not.
Yep.
What do you got? Anything good? I got a couple things.
All I have is from last night, dude. All right, so
Well, then, if you only have one,
it's just one. I'm just gonna. I'm
you gonna get through it?
I'm
Fine.
gonna do it.
Yeah, do it.
So I had to work at 5:30 in the morning today,
Yes, you did.
and it was about 10 p.m. last night that I laid down. I was like, all right, I gotta go to bed. I was too worried, man. I haven't woken up that early in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, I'll put something on, and then I go to my secret privated pirate stream site
Okay.
about the Unabomber.
Okay.
And it's what the fuck was it called? It's like following the Unabomber or some shit.
Okay.
It was pretty good. But I watched 8 episodes.
What the fuck, man? Is that why you didn't sleep?
Yeah. So it was like, and they're hour-long episodes. So
So you forfeited.
instead of sleeping 8 hours, I watched 8 episodes of the show,
Yeah.
and I guess it's still going
Yeah.
because it ended and the show's definitely not done.
Uh-huh.
And I wish I should have probably wrote down what it was actually called, but it's on Discovery and it's about the Unabomber.
I would like to watch that
It's pretty good.
because I like,
I like bombs.
I like bombs and I started watching, Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. Yeah. But no, so I'm like, I think I have like one more episode of the first season that I have to get through, or
Right.
like, not get through, but watch because it's actually pretty good. But it's it's based on the novels from Douglas Adams, who we know from Hitchhiker's Guide,
Right.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it kind of like follows the this like kind of like bumbling like guy, Dirk Gently. He's kind of like a Doctor Who-ish like character at first, but then he kind of like
So he's an asshole.
well, he's just kind of pretty
Got it.
much. Yeah, it's got Elijah Wood, and he kind of
Okay.
like he kind of like comes into his life and like disrupts it and like brings him like on this case.
Yeah.
But then it kind of like it just gradually grows and like organically grows into more of like what I felt is sort of more like a superhero type show
Okay.
where it deals with like body swapping and like time travel.
The old body swapping.
Yeah, like it's actually it's pretty damn good. The main villain or the villain who's revealed later on as the villain, like his reveal is probably one of the best villain reveals I've seen in a long time, and super badass.
Yeah.
And it's actually really really good. And I've been like,
What is this on? How do I watch this?
well, you can watch it on Hulu,
Which I pay for.
of course, or you can watch it on BBC, but it's on Hulu or however you stream your
Okay.
material. But yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's only like I think it's like 9 episodes the
Right.
first season. It's good stuff.
There it is.
That's some shuffling the papers.
The papers they just got straightened out,
You know what?
banged on the table. That's it. Episode's over.
That's it.
All right.
We're done.
Guess where you can find us?
We can find us on Instagram,
YouTube,
SoundCloud.
iTunes. All the above. Check us out at Two Guys Four Eyes. It's the same for every one of those fucking things.
Yeah, except for YouTube, it's probably just some random letters and
No, it's-
characters.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't actually.
We don't have
YouTube.
enough subscribers yet for that.
Hey, subscribe to YouTube. It's free. It doesn't cost shit. Just give us a nice little thumbs up, subscribe thing, whatever the fuck you want to say.
Yeah, whatever
we're gonna start, hopefully trying to do a new segment specifically for YouTube only.
Mhm.
I don't want to talk about it too much just yet.
Yeah, we want to do like a video series for that.
Yeah, we'll reveal that obviously if and when that happens.
Right. But if it doesn't happen, then just forget you heard this. Oh, no. Oh, I was going to say, we're going to be doing... Are we doing cheaters next week? Not cheaters. I said cheaters the other fucking night, too.
no.
God damn it.
It's hackers.
Ugh, can we just do the show cheaters?
Hello, I'm your host.
Oh, what was his name?
I don't fucking know.
Randy
That
Johnson.
guy was a dickhead there.
Hey, it was. I think it was Dick Greco or something like that. Or he was
It might have been something Greco, honestly.
Greco.
Ah.
Yeah. Dick Greco.
Yep.
Fuck it. This is a great send-off.
Fuck it.
But yeah, so we're going to be doing hackers next week. So we're going to keep with the 90s hackers theme, I guess.
Yeah,
Which
apparently.
is fine with me.
2 in a
'cause-
row, why not?
Was it Brad Renfro in that? Is that who was in it? Or was it
Is
Devin
that-
Sawa? What?
Devin Sawa?
Sawa. But so yeah, that's it. So I hope you liked the episode and come back next week. We'll talk about that. And and in the meantime, guys and ladies,
Oh no, don't say it.
take it easy.
There it is.